Next show match, we have Dreamer vs. Bakuryu. On the map, Blindside by Minerals. Let's get into it. This map is being featured in STPL Season 4. It was featured in Castamuse's Star League Season 4 as well. This appears to be an older version of Blindside. The show match was organized some time ago. We do have a backlog because we organize so many show matches to entertain people, to motivate them. At the top we have Bakuryu, fantastic German Zerg player. On the bottom of this two-player map, we got Dreamer. Needs no introduction. A wonderful Russian Bo5 player and community member. Going for a fast expansion. Pull first. Our Zerg friend. And it looks like Dreamer is waiting to accumulate 400 minerals, but down at Nexus first. Strikes me as risky. But there it is. 72 minerals late. 1 or 2 second timing there. Hatchery down at Bakuryu's natural. And we got a forge. Just to be safe. I suspect these are lings that we will see. I will not click on them. I want it to be a surprise. I know there are viewers out there who just want to see everything going on. Not a ling in that first egg. 2 lings in one of them. Another one popped out a drone. Dreamer doing some scouting with his probe. Sees 2 lings and a drone pass by. So he can only suspect that another hatchery is being made at the third. Clicked on the minerals because they have less minerals. The patches, I believe, they just have 1,000, I guess, instead of 1,500. Extra patch there. Less minerals. Dreamer's probe scout running around the map. Dreamer is mining some gas, and we got a lair being made. Droning up. Got 16 right now. Dreamer has 22 probes. Second Zergling trying to intercept the probe. I think we should see a spire being made. And Dreamer will see that as well, unfortunately. Zerg could have maybe blocked off the ramp. Maybe it doesn't matter. Dreamer is making a Stargate. +1 attack. Air. Bakuryu sending his overlords away. "23 drones to 31 probes. Dreamer is ahead in supply by 10-ish. And we should get into Mutalisk production. See some Mutaharass. Corsairs looking for overlords. Found one. Scourge looking for Corsairs. Found two. Oh, got one Corsair. It's kind of a big deal. A little bit of a scout there, I think. See what's happening at the natural, maybe? Hydralisk speed. More than halfway done. Speed legs finishing up. And maybe Dreamer will head out. Group of Zealots. Might be +1 attack. Finishing up. Here he goes. Group of Hydralisks back at home to defend. Corsairs combined with the Zealots might do some damage here. Quite a few Hydralisks. So I think Dreamer is making the right choice here and backing away. Assessed the situation and said, you know what? It's not looking good. Making some more gateways. Corsairs doing some scouting, I believe. I think Zerg is in a good situation here. I wonder if Dreamer should expand. Or is that a really bad idea at this point? He needs Storm to hold off a Hydralisk attack. More than halfway done. Corsairs looking for some flying victims. Got that +1 air attack. And they found one, my friends. Zapped it away pretty quickly there. Second one. Pretty good. $200 minerals down the drain for Zerg. Gonna poke in again and poke out. Oh, Oh, got the third Overlord. Really testing the Zergs. Oh, what a nice interception. Almost got at least one Corsair. He's trying to cut off flying units here with this Hydralis. Dreamer needs to be careful not to lose this group of Corsairs. Did a fine job of macroing at home. Looks like our Templars have quite a bit of energy stored up for storms. Got an expansion. Ready to go. Good number of lurkers being made. Almost 10. Our drone count is fantastic. 45. 41 probes. I wonder if Dreamer cut probes by now. Eight gateways. Seven hatcheries, I believe. And Hydralis moving down. Dreamer took the opportunity to expand. Feels pretty confident in the size and composition of his army. I like the good number of Zealots. Enough Dragoons. And a handful of Templars. So he's going to have a hard time, I think. And he's already taking quite a bit of damage. The storms are nice. Took out quite a few Hydralists there on the left, but Dreamer has pretty much lost his army. I don't think that was the fight that he wanted to take. That 82 supply, Zerg is at 114. +1 attack upgrades for the Hydralis, +2 attack upgrades for Dreamer. As Zerg, I think that's exactly the kind of engagement you're looking to win. Put you ahead. Feeling confident, Bakuryu is going to attack. He's got the high ground there. We have a few Templars. Not a whole lot of energy. They each should have one storm by now. Ready to use. I mean, this is a pretty massive army. From Zerg. Hive 25% done. And there's the engagement. I think Dreamer was mistaken to press on. And he's going to give out a GG. There you go. Game 1 goes to Bakuryu. So I feel Dreamer was in a pretty good position. That first major engagement set him back. It's possible he could have come back from that. But that second engagement we just saw, maybe he should have played more defensively a little bit and waited for an attack and just basically hope that Bakuryu would mess up or that his storms would really land, and he just comes out of an engagement unharmed. But that did not happen. And our German Zerg took game 1. Game 2 will be on the same map, old version of Blindside. If anybody would like to co-cast any games with me or entire show matches, hop in the open casting channel of our Discord where I'm sharing my screen and hang out with me. So it looks like we got the same positions. Different color for Bakuryu this game. A nice grape purple for Zerg. And Dreamer. Looking green as always. I believe his color of choice. I wonder if he's going to do the same build as last game. That was a Nexus and then a Forge. Bakuryu, we saw a pool first. The probe. Waiting for the pylon to finish up. I'm going to guess a gateway. Hey, I'm getting kind of better at this. There's our pool from Zerg. Should see some Zealot harass earlier on. Maybe Dreamer feels like I can't give my Zerg opponent too much time to drone up and expand. I should point out that a show match played entirely on one map is kind of interesting when you think about it, as opposed to different maps being played on. Can't quite spell out. It's the most interesting thing about it. Bakuryu trying to make a hatchery at his natural. Oh, Dreamer almost blocked it. Pool is done. First Zealot about to come out. I guess the map is the same on all the games. It's fresh in your mind. Maybe it gives you a better handle every single game, so long as it's not a map you hate so much. Love the aesthetic details on this map. This middle ramp area is quite nice. Look at all the trees and shrubs. The map maker is a painter. Psychedelic paintings. So he does have some artistic sensibilities and skills, which he supplied to Food War maps. Which have a purpose beyond function. Zerglings harassing the Zealot here. Nice micro from Dreamer. I'm not sure why Bakuryu didn't kill that Zealot. Right? Maybe he thought it had more health than it did. Maybe he thought he killed it. So in all this time, a Nexus is being made at Dreamer's natural. He's accumulated 3 Zealots, which is a pretty good number. Forcing more Zerglings from Bakuryu. So this has worked out, I think, quite well for Dreamer. Bakuryu rather be making drones right now. He's stuck at 12 workers. Dreamer has 20. Bakuryu still doesn't have enough Zerglings to stop this, making a lair. while Dreamer's just adding more and more Zealots to his army. He does need to be careful though, you don't want to be run down by mass Zerglings, so it could blow up in your face. And we got speed Zerglings. There's the surprise. Dreamer has to micro his Zealots and be aware that they're all going to die, and he basically needs to defend back at home. One cannon. One Zealot hasn't even been made yet. And Zerg is doing the right thing. Out for blood. I don't think a probe and Zealot are quite enough. Prove me wrong. Cannon halfway done. 2 Zealots are out now. That's probably enough to dissuade Zerg from attacking and losing too many links potentially. So he's going to opt for a Spire. Drone count is looking pretty good right now. We got 19 to 25 probes. Similar supply. 34 to 35. I don't know. I think Zerg is looking in a good position. Am I wrong? I feel like a Hydra Bust would be really strong right now. Because he's kind of far away from getting Templars and Storm, huh? Corsair doing some scouting, looking for some overlords to buzz at. There it is. Zing, zing, zing. Scourge made just in time. Oh my god. Yeah, Scourge do that, don't they? They kind of like head straight for you and then for some reason back away. I think Dreamer is going to be safe. He's probably getting ready for a push. And Bakuryu needs to make enough Hydralisk to hold. Oh. We have a Cape Man on the map. Sneaky Dark Templar making its way across the map. Overlords are everywhere, so yeah. Good reaction. Gets cut off though. And he loses the DT. I think the DT would probably be best kept somewhere on the map, and then once you have confirmation that Zerg has moved out with all his units, you could probably sneak it in, I don't know. Kill some drones or something. Used offensively in that manner when your opponent's units are still like around their drones, it might not be as effective, although he might have done some scouting with it as well. Storm should be done. Each Templar should have at least one storm, except 2 Templars. Here we go. Ooh. Five Hydralisks, 2 storms. I don't know, is that a good trade-off? Is there a number of Hydralisks you want to kill or injure with storms? Bear hanging out with the Zerglings. Hoping we see another Ursidon on the map somewhere. They do need to mate, and it does look like we are approaching spring on this map. Snow melting and all. Maybe it's an asexual Ursidon. No Zealot speed yet. Oh, just finishing up. Third expansion being taken. +1 attack. Oh, Zergling harass. Seeing what's going on here. Oh, snipes the probe and gets away with it. Interesting how he's doing this with the Zerglings, eh? Oh my god. Wow, I can't believe that worked. He just snagged 2 Templars with a group of Zerglings. I think that's worth it for him. 2 Templars with a lot of energy, one of them not so much. He's down 2 Templars. A lot of units for Zerg. Holy crap. That Ursidon just blocking on the ramp. Big butt. Dreamer taking the high ground. I don't think he should be too offensive right now after losing 2 Templars. He's already losing a group of Zealots. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh my god, I think he invested in 3 or 4 storms there. Didn't really do the kind of damage he was looking for, I think. I do want Protoss to be very careful. One wrong engagement and the game is over. $53 drones to 43 probes. I think Back has enough units to be able to harass here, perhaps, as well. And Dreamer's just gonna move out. As Zealots are taking a lot of hits from the Lurkers. He doesn't have those shock troops anymore. The storms all pretty much didn't do much. Look at that Ursidon block. Boom! Oh my god. Bad Ursidon. Rhinodon? Is that how you pronounce it? Mingling with the Hydras? So, I mean, Back has 135 supply, Dreamer has 120. I do like how Dreamer got away with his expansion. He left the Templar at his 3rd, which is nice. Almost mined out at home. +1 armor, +2 attack on the Hydralisk. Nice little defense from back, but he should kind of know that Protoss is more in a defensive position than offensive. Maybe he's just being safe. Even worker count. Hive is halfway done. I mean, back is gonna be maxed out relatively soon. I like Dreamer's upgrades. He just got that +3 attack. I mean, that really gives him a lot of hope, I think. A lot more gateways coming down. He can win this if the engagements go his way and he macros and he's able to take more bases. Now he's getting closer to Zerg. Back's not gonna tolerate that at all. Quick cancel there. His best bet is maybe just grabbing an expansion to the right of his... I guess what would that be, the third expansion he took? Look at that army. Got a Defiler mount down. Consume being researched. Can Dreamer do it? At 172 supply to 191. +2 armor, +3 attack. 2/2 upgrades on the Hydralisk. A very narrow point to attack from. But back is going to do it. This could be a huge mistake by back. I mean, that's like the best spot that you can storm in, right? Dreamer did get the +50 energy on the Templar upgrade. It's going to be a storm party. Oh, nice little surround here. I like this. This is really nicely done by Dreamer. I don't think he needs to waste any more storm. Unless there's more Hydralisk at the top. And it doesn't seem like back is gonna send more. So now we're in a position that Dreamer is maxed out. And Zerg has enough minerals to max out as well, but this is kind of the break I think that Dreamer was looking for, and he's just gonna go for it. He's got to be careful. 3 Dragoons backing away before he loses them. He really wants some Templars there to storm. Struggling to get them in. We got to swarm up. Dragoons aren't going to do much attacking there. We got no Templars able to storm. I don't think this is a situation that Dreamer wants to continue. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's still attacking. This is not ideal, right? He did the kind of damage he wanted to do. Supply is kind of even now. 2/2 upgrades for Zerg. Dreamer is not going to be able to hold this expansion. I'm not sure why he's not expanding to the right of his third. He's going to send some reinforcements. Supply is still more or less even, which isn't great for Protoss. Nice storms coming down. All the lurkers are clumped together, so he's gonna get them. Defiler with full energy, that's a shame. Alright, so we got a ton of gateways down. Dreamer's just macroing up. It's got 3 armor, 3 attack, 1 shield upgrade. Ursidon. Far traveling Ursidon. Rhinodon made it to Baxnat. Ultralist Tavern is down. You know, with the minerals that Back has, I mean, he could just put down... I wonder if Dreamer saw that coming. Is there any kind of reaction from him? Yep. Did spot it. Some cannons there. Picked off 1 Overlord full of links. I don't think this is going to do the kind of damage that Back wanted to do. Yeah. Cannons did quite a bit of work. Helped that Dreamer. I do feel Zurich has so many minerals that he could just put down hatcheries everywhere. I would like to see Plague, and there it is. On 1 Dragoon that died immediately afterwards. Dreamer finally gets his Nexus up at a terrible time. God, I love watching Storm just slaughter Hydralis. Something wrong with me, but... Oh my god. That Storm killed like 9 Hydralis. Nice hold here by Dreamer. Kind of wish the Hydralis had just finished off the Nexus, I guess. 154 supply for Dreamer. Back seems like he's run out of steam. He has quite a few minerals. His gas situation isn't the best, but he's just mining out of that expansion that you just saw. He's gonna lose this expansion, it looks like. And yeah, by the general feel of how the game has progressed, I think Protoss stands a very good chance of taking Game 2. Dreamer's not going to attack. Top left. Templars have a few storms. You know, the Hydralis should have +3 attack by now, I feel. Right? He's had a lot of resources. I mean, I think back in some ways through this game, he had an advantage at so many different points, but Dreamer was able to come back. Zerg holding the high ground. Coming to the low ground to meet Protoss. It's not an engagement he wants, though. $132 supply to 73. Protoss ahead, has quite a few minerals and gas saved up. Is in a pretty good situation to take game 2. And there's a GG from Zerg. Dreamer ties it up 1-1 in this best of 5 cash prize show match on the map Blindside, old version of it. If anybody would like to co-cast the games with me, get your butt in here. All right, so we got new positions for Dreamer, who is on top. And Bakuryu. Am I pronouncing his name right? I feel like that's wrong. On the bottom, like navy blue. Nice little patch of snow there. Melting. Providing much needed water to the grass underneath it, which the Ursidon requires to feed on and survive. Judging by the pylon position, I feel like we're going to see a gateway first. There's the pool. Come back. And I'm wrong about Dreamer. It looks like he's going to make Nexus first. Ursidon playing hide and seek with us. Behind the minimap, there's the Nexus. Nexus and Gateway. There's a hatchery at the natural. So he's got a probe, doing some scouting. Hopefully it doesn't die. It dies. But what I was going to say is he sees two Zerglings. He sees a drone coming out, presumably to expand, unless it's a fake expansion. I don't know if this cannon is really worth it, but maybe better safe than sorry. You know? I think it's a good idea to send another scout, see what's going on. Confirm that back is expanding again. Is it making Zerglings but droning up, getting gas? Should be making a lair soon. I love the sound of wind in the StarCraft music. It fits so nicely on this map. "23 probes to 17 drones." Would like to see that larva turned into an egg. Spire is down. And a Zealot is on the map. Did some scouting for some Zerglings. It's ideal to do a little bit more damage with it if possible. Take out a Zergling or two. Best case scenario, I'm guessing kill a drone or more. +1 attack, more than 50% done. +1 air attack. Quarter the way there. Dreamer's supply blocked. So that Corsair is going to be slightly late. Four gateways in production. Got 31 drones at... Excuse me, 29 drones? 28 drones! Come on, back. Contradicting me here. And he's gonna get the hell out of there. Should be safe. I like the tiny grass blades on certain places of this map. Like here. The map maker was obsessed with grass. Wink, wink. Zealot's moving out with 2 Corsairs. No speed yet. Scourge flying overhead, just saying what's up. There's the speed. Back hold? I don't know. Quite a few Zealots. Quite a few Hydralisks now. I don't know if Dreamer wants to engage, and I guess he doesn't. Loses 1 Zealot. Might get an Overlord. Makes up for losing a Zealot. Takes down a Hydralisk. Some nice back and forths here. Oh, that seemed like a misclick by Dreamer. His Zealots took a lot of hits there. That's really unfortunate. What's this one doing? Oh, it's gonna go through with it, I guess. Maybe it's a scout. Nope. What am I doing? I don't want to die. Another attack with Zealots. Yeah, I could probably take on that group of Hydralisks. But, yeah, back is making drones. That might have been a good time to attack with the second group of Zealots. Maybe he will shortly. Adding Templars to his army. Kind of bold of Zerg to move out with that group of Hydralisks. Not really enough to be a real threat. Oh my god, was Dreamer not mining gas from his natural this whole time? Oh, that's That's really bad for him. We're almost at the 10-minute mark. This is an older version of the map. It looks like the gas mining at the natural. I don't think this pylon is throwing it off. It just seems a little suboptimal. 2 Templars have been picked off. 3 Templars. And there's a GG for Dreamer. Game 2 goes to Bakuryu. Game 4, 2-1 for Bakuryu. Best of 5. Old version of Blindside, which we're showing today. Back on top. A bright orange, delicious color. And Dreamer, as always, looking green. Like a sour apple. This game was played a few months ago. During the testing stage of this map. Must bring back some memories for the map maker. It's a beautiful thing to develop a map over time and see it progress. Just like developing one's StarCraft skills, seeing how far you come along. This might be the first game that Back is making a hatch first. And Dreamer putting down his Nexus. Should see a forge, as he's done in the past. There's the spawning pool. Hey guys, if anybody wants to co-cast the games with me, come on, help me out here. I'm dying. I'm all description, I have no theory for you. Trying to create some suspense. But the probe misses the drone. Drone gets away with the expansion. Probe getting some intel, but I think we've seen the same build and strategy from Back. Makes 2 Zerglings and drones up. Gets his lair. No hidden tricks. stand-up Zerg player. Nice little block there by the drone, unintentionally. Again, I don't know about this cannon that Dreamer always makes. I mean, it's probably safer, but when you have a probe that's scouting and you can see that your opponent poses no immediate threat to you offensively, I don't know about that 150 for the cannon. Like, for a player who's not able to multitask, like, you know, scout and build stuff at the same time, I get it. But Dreamer is a really good player who can multitask. Hopefully the probe doesn't die as I'm saying that. So, I don't know what point of the cannon is. It's a little bit more worth it now that there's more Zerglings on the map. Here's a Zealot doing some harassing. Can be surrounded though. Two Zerglings are able to harass from the back, one from the front. Run, Herman! Yes, I named you. Survive for 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Another hatchery. Same build, in the same positions. Oh, he's gonna get an Overlord. No Scourge yet. Might get a second Overlord, which is kind of a big deal. Where's the Scourge? Got no Scourge coming out? There it is. Oh, he gets the second Overlord and flies away. Aha. Aha. Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? No. Are Scourge the ugliest unit in the game? Beady, small looking things, aren't they? Anybody want to co-cast these games? Anybody? Scores 2-1 for back. Is Dreamer gonna tie it up? Hydralisk getting pumped out. BT has 3 kills already. I don't know what back is trying to achieve with these Zerglings. Just send them to a safe place, my friend. Templars storing up energy for storms that may or may not hit. I would really like this Templar to just chill out somewhere. Yeah, that's perfect. Wait for an attack and then send the baby in. I think that could be really effective. Our +1 attack is done. Back has had enough. Screw this, I'm gonna go harass. He's got 41 drones, 50 probes for Dreamer, who is ahead in supply, as expected. He's got Overlords flying ahead for detection. Another Forge upgrading for Dreamer, I like that. Here we go. Is that 2 storms or 1? I feel like it was 2. Dreamer doesn't want to lose that gateway. Nice harass from back. Takes out the gateway. I think Dreamer made the right decision not to head out. Zerg backing that thing up. Alright, what we got here? Well, you know, this was kind of a missed opportunity for Cape Man. Could have maybe snuck in and done some damage. Back is going to mine gas at his 3rd. Dreamer is going to try to expand. The mining for Zerg is a little bit better at the natural than Protoss on this version. So that's gonna work out for back. Dreamer supply lead is minor. Worker count on the 50 mark. Ooh. I think the Hydralisk target a cannon, which was destroyed or cancelled. They are doing a good job of maybe wasting Storm, although the Storm did seem to connect on a few. Doing some scouting with the Scourge. Nice number of Dragoons. These are a lot of Hydralisks, man. Right? +1 attack though on the Hydralisk. Got +2 attack and +1 armor. Protoss. Both forges are spinning. There he is. 10 kills. So we missed some of his drone sniping. May Adun greet that Dark Templar with roses in the afterlife. And Dreamer might be moving out here for an attack. He's got to be really careful though. Ton of Hydralisks, eh? Wow. This does not look good for Dreamer. Maybe totally wrong, but that just seems like a lot of units. Depends how they engage and where. So back has that Ursidon just blocking everything. He's like, give me some room. Alright, so Dreamer is going to attack uphill. Oh, that's Storm. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's very successful, but here comes a million Hydralisks. So I think this is where he should run away. right? Yeah, bunch of units off the map. I don't think he knew about them. Supply is even, which doesn't favor Protoss, although these upgrades are looking pretty good. Back is not letting him expand again. I wonder if this is a really good time for Back to attack. It seems like he has the advantage, right? I mean, Dreamer has a sizable army, but there's his upgrade. It just came in. He's 2-2. Should be 3-2 shortly. Dreamer is going to grab 9 o'clock. Filer Mount. Almost mined out though, eh? As in the real world, the Zerg and Protoss are occupying more and more land and leaving less of it for the critters, namely the Urzadon and Rhinodon. Creators should have given the critters diseases, like they exist in the animal world, and are spread to humans. Because we're taking up more and more of the land on Earth and interacting with these species that have viruses. Alright, bunch of lurkers being made. We are almost maxed out as Protoss. Ooh, look at this. He just got split up. Back is just heading south for some reason. Oh, these are major storms. I think Back just got caught off guard there. This attack kind of worked out for Dreamer. I mean, if he can take that expansion. He's up in supply. His units have combined. A bunch of lurkers coming in, but they're not going to be that effective. We got Dragoons. We got an Observer. And it looks like Dreamer's going to back away. Dreamer still can't take that bottom expansion, which might not matter. Back does need another expansion. He's not been mining his gas there. I wonder if Zerg could have made some more drones just to boost his economy. Here's an attack from Dreamer. I think this might be the beginning of the end for Back. His supply is already down by more than 60. A lot of lurkers though. 2-2 upgrades for Zerg, 2-3 for Protoss. Loses his Templar, we don't know how much energy he had. Not enough for Storms. Reinforcements being sent. You know, at this stage, I just wonder if mass Earthlings would be effective as well, somewhat. So back has just lost 3 hatcheries. Quite a few minerals now. Dreamer's gonna try to take out the 3 o'clock expansion. And if he's successful, that might be enough to discourage back from trying to play anymore. And we will have a new winner. It looks like he's going to be able to stop this, but he might lose his hatchery. Oh, the hatchery's almost dead. There it is. Dreamer does lose everything in that attack. I don't know if it was worth it. He is ahead economically. Oh, those storms. He's ahead in supply. Got a good probe count. A lot of probes he needs to send off. To mine. Yeah, I don't really see anything from back that's going to turn the tide. And I think Dreamer has made the right choice of expanding at this time. Doesn't have quite enough units to finish the game off. But he's taking advantage of his lead right now. I'm not sure what you can accomplish with the drop. Is it to buy more time? I mean, you really do need the units. At most, what are you going to kill off? A few pylons, a cannon, a gateway? Is it worth it? I don't think so. Unless there's a strategy that I'm missing here. I mean, as I suspected, we took out a gateway, a unit or two, but I don't know about this investment. We lost all our lurkers, some of our lurkers that could have probably defended some sort of expansion until we came back. Yeah. Dreamer is mined out at his natural, at his third. He has 2 bases that he can mine from. This one is heavily fortified, Templar, full energy, 250, 2 reavers. Now, okay, a drop in combination with a Hydralisk attack to take out this expansion, that would have been quite nice, but they weren't really in sync. And we'd need a Defiler for Storm to really protect us from Dragoons and the cannons. But I think that would have been a good idea. Yeah. Even, you know, 1 storm and a bunch of Zerglings coming in here could be pretty effective. Back has a lot of minerals. You know, I think he did have a shot coming back in this game, but a narrow choke for Protoss to try to pass through. I don't think it's a good idea. The Hydralisks are very careful about storms. These Templars have full energy. Yeah, he's gonna wreak damage. I think back is gonna tap out. There you have it. GG. Dreamer takes game 4, I believe. It's tied, folks. 2-2. For the love of God, somebody come and cast with me. I can enjoy your company. And to be honest, I really do this for the social aspect. And because I know a bunch of people like to cast for fun, but don't have the opportunity. So if you can, why don't you come join me? Don't be shy. You can say descriptive things like I do. I just point out things that are being made. If your knowledge is deeper, you jazz us away. Or if you just want to joke around appropriately, that's acceptable as well. Tiebreaker match is on the map. Surprise, surprise. Blindside. Back on the bottom. Playing a mustard colored yellow. Dreamer. Bright green. I wonder if he's going to do Nexus and Forge again. Are we going to see the same thing for back? Might make a pool first. I'm guessing he might actually go for a hatchery and then a pool. Ah, look at the Ursidon. Found a nice round patch of grass to vegetate on. Possibly waiting for another Ursidon to join him so he could mate. Yeah, so should we should be seeing a Nexus first. Bakuryu went with a spawning pool and then a hatchery. Probe's gonna do some scouting. Overlord do the same. Again, I really don't know about this cannon. This probe is going to see that only... I mean, it's the same thing every single game. It sees two probes, I'm sorry, two Zerglings and a drone heading out to make a hatchery. I don't feel that cannon is necessary. Unless you're not a very good player and you just want to be safe. But Dreamer knows how to scout. He knows what's going on. He knows his opponent only has two Zerglings. Poses no threat to him. We should see a lair being made soon. There it is. It's tied 2-2. This is the tiebreaker match. Cash prize for the winner. Both are A rank. We offer $5 to the winner of an A rank best of 5 show match. $10 for the winner of a best of 5 S rank show match. Sometimes the prizes are more if people contribute to it, especially when we crowdfund it on Twitch. By we, I mean me. Stargate being made. Drone count is pretty sexy. 21. 20. 21. And we got 28 probes. Overlord's getting the hell away from there because Stargate will finish up soon. So the gas mining on this old version of Blindside for Protoss is not very ideal. I hope it doesn't become a major issue. We'll see. He could maybe make like a pylon or something improvised to see if he can fix the pathfinding of the probes that are mining the gas. This is an old version of Blindside. It was being tested by us, by our wonderful volunteers here, Dreamer and Bakuryu. We're gonna see another hatch being made and Hydralisk Den now. I mean, I've seen these builds so many times that, like, I know exactly what they're doing now. Pretty even matchup so far. I mean, we got to a 2-2 outcome. Games have been good. Corsair is not going to get an Overlord kill. Cannon at the natural and main. That's interesting. A lot of investments in cannons. Maybe he feels a heavy Mutalisk presence. Cape Man is out on the map. Looking predatory. Slice. Dice. I like these macro-oriented games. Both players are just kind of gearing up for big attack soon. +1 for Protoss, 75% done. Templars are accumulating energy until Storm finishes. It's at the 50% mark or more. Speed is a little less than 50% done. Dreamer's just putting down his gateways so he can become the gateway man. Few drones just chilling. So they gotta go back to work. We're mining gas at our third now as Zerg. We managed to make a hatchery here. I kind of like how Dreamer has positioned his DT, anticipating the expansion there. Overlord speed seems to be done, and here's a move out from Dreamer. +1 attack is done. Storm should be ready to go. One Templar has enough energy for 2 storms. And back needs to get the hell away before he loses group of Hydralisks that he needs. Protoss is ahead in supply. Should be. Worker count, more or less similar. Back trying to get a little handle on the situation by flying some Scourge above. Ursadon's kind of like, hey guys, don't kill me, please. Just trying to get some grass. Let's see how quick Dreamer is in responding to a drone transfer here. He does have a Dark Templar positioned at the mineral line. Oh, an Overlord is already sent there. It's opportunity to take out maybe 1 or 2 drones. Is over. Not a big deal. But it's a complicated game. Sometimes you just forget that you put a unit there. Or you're in the middle of doing something, right? It's not on your priority list. Eight gateways up. Seven hatcheries. Queen's Nest finishing up. We should see a hive, and I think back is gonna tech into Defiler Mound again. He's gonna go on the offensive. Ooh. Good number of Mutalisks. You're gonna try to snipe the Templars here, which have a lot of storms invested in them. It would be a shame to lose those Templars, but it looks like Back has enough to snipe them in 1 hit. And you can't kill all these Mutalisks with, you know, so many Dragoons. You would need a Dark Archon and Maelstrom to freeze them, and then a Storm to finish it off. So Back is just looking for the Templar. Snipes 1, snipes 2, and unfortunately Dreamer stormed his own units. Some hits there. He's going to do some harassing at home, and this is going to be effective because Dreamer really doesn't have anything at home. He's going to lose some probes. He's got to send units back. He doesn't really have anything to attack those Mutalisks, just some Dragoons. His Templars are going to get separated. I mean, this is a very annoying situation for Protoss. And what ends up happening is you just say, F it, I'm going to attack. That's what we're seeing right now. Dreamer's going for it. The Mutalisks are heading back. They might actually nab some of the Templars lagging behind. There's one. That one has full energy almost. Dreamer's army has no Templars or Storm, and he's going up against 1,000,000 Hydralisks. I think this is game. That group of Mutalisks did it. I mean, Dreamer hasn't been mining at his main all this time. Hasn't really been macroing. He's down in supply. Both have a lot of resources. He's got no units to stop an attack. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you work your ass off for 10 minutes, and a group of mutalisks just stops you dead in your tracks. Dreamer is going to lose his expansion, but I suspect he might tap out. He really has no units to stop a continuous advance by Hydralisk. Nice storm. A lot of lurkers clumped together. Second storm wasn't as effective. I mean, Back's got the economy to just keep making units and attacking and losing them. I don't think it really matters how many units Dreamer is able to kill. I mean, the Mutalisks worked out so good for Back that I feel like if he just saves up his gas and makes like 12, 15 Mutalisks, he could do a lot of damage. Right? There's only one cannon here, and there's so many structures that it's hard to maneuver and defend this natural against Mutalisks. And of course your main just has 2 cannons for defense. The only real effective counter to a Mutalisk attack like that is a Dark Archon and Maelstrom, I think. Unless you have Corsairs or whatever. Back is just taking the map. We see a lot of yellow on the mini-map right now, and that reflects his dominant position. He's up in supply. His upgrades aren't bad. I always feel like he could probably do more on the upgrade front. Dreamer's upgrades always look strong, 1 to 3 right now, but none of that I think is enough to really bring him back into the game. Back should be mining gas here. Look at how many Hydralisks he has. Dreamer was trying to head back, got trapped. Now he's going to be able to pull back. I'm actually surprised he hasn't really left and managed to really bring up his supply. He's doing much better now than he was a few minutes ago. Got his expansion up. Ooh. Look at that plague. I mean, a swarm and he's screwed, right? Dragoons can't attack units underneath the swarm. I think this time around Dreamer might tap out. We might see a swarm to help against the Dragoons and cannons. If Back can see his Defiler underneath this tree. There he is. He's gonna consume a Zergling. Doesn't matter at this point, he's so rich he could probably consume an Ultralisk. He had one. Welcome, A-Bug.
Hey, hey.
Thank you for joining me, my friend. We're in game 5.
Game 5.
This is a tiebreaker.
Yeah, wow. Is this the infested version?
It is not. Good question. Old version of Blindside that they were playtesting a few months ago.
Still a great map. It's just, you know, it's always better with Terrans.
Dreamer was doing quite well, but what really, I think, turned the game against him was Back made a bunch of Mutalisks, went into his main, was able to harass a bunch of probes, and Dreamer couldn't do anything about it, so he just attacked. And then the Mutas came back and targeted and sniped his Templars, and then Dreamer just lost his army. So it's something I think a lot of Protosses probably lose to. Getting their Templar sniped by Mutalisks if they don't have like a Dark Archon and Maelstrom.
Yeah, that's what Mutalisks like that weird wild card that it's like you almost forget how good Mutalisks are until you don't respect them enough.
Like they come in the middle of the game, right? And it's like, yeah. I'm just dealing with Hydralisks right now, but yeah.
Like I think sometimes people forget the reason Protoss play the way they do a lot of the time is because of respecting the Mutalisk. So
is that something you do as a Zerg player? Make Mutalisks mid-game to like harass sometimes. Or target Templars?
I mean, it's not something you make as much of later in the game usually, but you can definitely pull out a few to snipe some High Templar. I mean, it's worth throwing away. You can trade in efficiently, but it's still worth it because the value that Templar give. No, I mean, it's just as the game goes on, the Zerg Hydralisk scale better than the Protoss army with numbers, so the Templar are needed to even things out. So if you lose, you know, 1,000 gas worth of and minerals worth of additional, you know, 500 gas worth of High Templar, it's still worth it.
Yeah, I think Back has the advantage. A lot of expansions here, huge army. But generally playing against a huge Protoss army that has plenty of storms, I can see why Mutalisks are needed to snipe the Templars. It's just so hard, right? Because you basically have to like stick and move like a boxer, because storms are just coming down constantly.
Yeah,
and if you don't pay attention, you lose everything.
Yeah, that's the difficulty with Zerg. Yeah, some people, I don't know. I think some people might disagree, but kind of my opinion is that Zerg is probably the strongest race when you macro everything perfectly, but it's just.
I think it's very demanding because you macroing at the same time as like you're bobbing and weaving, like that's.
Your units die so much faster than Protoss stuff. If you controlled every Zerg unit perfectly, then yeah, they'd probably be unstoppable. Zerg armies are so hard to control,
and you have hatcheries just scattered everywhere.
Yeah,
they're not all in one area where you can do it. It's a completely different race than.
Sorry for the dog noise.
What kind of dog you got?
I've got a 12-year-old Maskin and
that's good.
Like a 3-month-old Chow Chow puppy, and they rough house all day long, basically.
What's their names?
Maya's the Tamaskin. It looks kind of like a coyote kind of thing. And then Chow Chow is named Altai.
Chow Chow.
Yep.
Shout out to them.
Yep, no shouts back.
So I think Dreamer is just prolonging the inevitable here.
Yeah, I mean, when the cracklings come out, like, it's really hard. This is the tricky thing in the late game with Protoss. They have to expand and cracklings destroy everything. Like, it's really weird how the power curves work for Protoss versus Zerg. Like, early on, Zerglings beat Zealots, and then Zealots get +1, and then Zerglings are just kind of pointless. And then in the late game, suddenly you have these attack speed upgraded Zerglings and Adrenalings, and it's just suddenly you're not trading favorably as Protoss anymore. Especially with the way the Lings can just dart in everywhere. Just like 4 Lings can kill a Nexus in like 20 seconds. It's kind of crazy. Sorry, I have to actually keep in my office because we have a cat we keep too fed. He didn't see David at that, so
It's all good.
You have to roll with a puppy jumping on it all the time. So, but
Got your hands full, and Dreamers
GG.
had enough.
Yeah, it's hard in your Protoss to get boxed into a corner like that. Like if you can. I mean, there's a number of ways Protoss can come back. They don't have to split the map evenly, but it's just hard. It's Protoss. He didn't really have any tech to lean into that much besides the Reavers. Like, he didn't even have that many Reavers, so it just gets tricky in the late game.
Very fun series on an old version of Blindside. Dreamer didn't really have an answer to the Mutalist. I'm sticking to my story that was really his downfall. Send him back.